And welcome to the saksdal versus THags SM64 70-star qualifier group stage matchup here today. We got a 70 race going on, and I'm commentating with Scotch and Ty Guy. First of all, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good. Stoked about this race here. Sax and Thag pretty matched up pretty well. Should be a good race. You know, the 70-star qualifier has just been epic so far. We're looking forward to some more epicness here.
I'm just going to ignore the use of the word epic, but about the runners, I would say this is looking pretty tantalizing because Saksdale has been at that low 50 threshold for his PB for kind of a while now. THags kind of a bit behind, but chopping it down. He's not quite there, but I think in this kind of format, anything goes, and Saksdale can be a bit less consistent in races, so I think it really kind of depends on how he plays. And THags, I feel like he's ready to jump at the opportunity if Saksdale makes too many mistakes here. And looking at the practice right now, Sexta was going for was checking out some pretty nutty stuff in TikTok clock. Some moving reds that are slightly different from the usual way, but maybe a bit more RTA viable. I don't know if he really wants to go that hard in the race, but if he does, I'll be really excited for it.
Well, points are up for grabs, and points are the key to these qualifiers. So going as fast as you can, having as much time over your opponent, or if you take a loss, getting as close to your opponent as possible is really important here. So maybe pulling out all the stops.
Yep. Getting those points is going to be a deciding factor in who makes that out of the group. And for the groups here, they are both part of Group C. Nope, Group D. And it's going to be Super Viper, Martini, Saxiel, and THags. So I would say it's pretty up in the air. I'd say Super Viper is definitely the favorite here. Saxiel probably favored to make second, but it's pretty much a toss-up among this Group D.
Well, right off the bat, you see a little bit of a difference here. Thag going with that Japanese version, whereas Sax is going with the English version. Now, the English version has a 1 second advantage over the Japanese version in the 70-star category. So, although you see Thag taking a slight lead here, it will even out as the run goes on.
Yeah, pretty much once you're through lobby, English is already caught up. So it's not too much of a problem for THags. Getting that Lactu skip though, Saxdale right behind him, so no mistakes in the first bit of castle movement.
Yeah, we have seen some issues. Yeah, we have seen some issues with that Lactu skip. Seeing Samu getting moted there earlier in this qualifier, but no problems now. Heading for that bomb clip.
Cats don't like getting wet. Roasted. Anyway.
Oh, big clip. Ground pound.
Alright, so THags did not get the bomb clip he was looking for. Sax made it in. Alright, second try. Ooh, this is going to be kind of close here. Actually turning the bomb, but he threw him too far away. That's a mistake by holding A too long. Well, on the first stump, if you have too much speed when you throw him, you got to kind of turn around before you grab the bomb. If he's too far to turn around and grab, then you're in for a bit of trouble here. So THags getting it like third try. Probably lost about 20 seconds. And that'll put Saxdale off to a healthy lead, but it's really not going to be much of a difference it's not going to be much of a difference in the overall course of the run, but it's mostly a mental battle if THags wants to bounce back really quickly, or if maybe it's going to weigh on him for a little while longer. We'll have to see. Saxdale already on the side, you got a guess from me. I'm going to say 12-9.
Solid 12-8 there on Sax's side. I'm going to go with a 12-7 for Thag. A little bumpy there on that corner wall.
Alright, so into Whomp's here. We'll see if they want to go for any kind of pro strats here. I would say they're probably both going to go for the safe half cycle skip where you don't grab the extra 5 coins because, it just is a bit too fast to be 100%. Looks like Saxo's not going for 100 point first. Might be a canless attempt. Alright, he's up here. You know, texture setup never 100% as well. We'll see if this one works out, and it does. So good stuff from him. Not going to be losing some of that lead he gained earlier on.
Yeah, he
It
did a
looks like
really
the
nice
Hags
job
does.
of he did a really nice job of identifying that he wasn't lined up correctly and just took a moment and said, you know, I want to get this first try. I don't want to have to set up for it again.
Yeah, THags
Yeah,
going a bit faster on the setup, but not liking it. I definitely was not liking it either, but that, okay, you know, maybe not the best idea there.
kind of an
Very
interesting
unlikely
OG
OG
approach
attempt.
there.
Saxon, meanwhile, has gotten Owlus. THags going for Wild Blue. Going to be losing about another 10 seconds here. And, you know, Sax still chugging along. It's very early, but a consistent Whomps is always a nice sign, especially for your nerves in a race. If you can play well despite the nerves, then I think that's a good sign since your nerves will kind of wear off. I mean, it depends on the person, but I'd say, like, once you're done with lobby or something, you know, you kind of get into the groove.
Well, it was like you were saying about Bomb Clip. You know, Bomb Clip kind of sets the
Yeah, but I want to say
tone.
Saxdale went for the extra line of 5, so he's really going ham and not even doing the kick, which is a little bit faster, but also a bit more risky and barely made it. Well, he made it on with the long jump, but almost went too far. Had to neutralize on the landing here, but he stuck it anyway. Getting that blue coin from the piranha plant here and taking a little bit more time to run around here for the side flip, so not super optimal here on the islands, but the fact that he went for the cycle and got it kind of shows his mentality and his confidence right here. Like, he knows that he's, or at least he believes in his own skill, and he's going to keep it 100%, because I feel like that's the first thing you compromise on in a race.
Yeah,
He's
super
not gonna do it.
confident going for that pro setup, taking a little bit of time getting the last 100 coins, but THags getting Owlus on the way. Hags not choosing to go for that pro setup that we saw from Sax.
Oh no, THags missing that side flip double jump. I think it's just a mistimed A press, because when you kind of brush up on that ledge, you do it from underneath, which is what gives you the ability to double jump instantly. So I think he didn't actually land on the bottom and like brush up, so he pressed A before he was actually able to. So losing a bit more time, getting a decent backup here, and we'll see if he can close out the rest of the star.
Yeah, getting that full cycle, nothing too terrible, able to recover it pretty well. Sax heading up top, gonna take on Daddy Whomp, Big Whomp, whatever you want to call him. THags finishing up these 100s. Very nice recovery overall.
This is a really good Whomps for Saxdale. This is going to be a sub 650 if he doesn't mess up the Fortress, which, if you want to look at top level times, anything below 640, like without Island Hop, of course, is pretty darn fast. And under 650 is really, really solid. And especially for a race, that means pretty much nothing went wrong. A little bit of dust there might cost him a second or two. And, oh, not able to get up the little brown slope. You know, a famous lunar jump clip of him showing off Mario triple jumping and say, yeah, you can do that, but it can't go up this little ramp. So, you know, a bit questionable physics decisions from the game developers. But, you know, Saxdale going to lose about 5 seconds to that last star. His biggest mistake of the run, to be honest. Yeah, he's getting the frame perfect dive and barely grabbing the star. You can see where the shadows overlap, but there's a little bit of extra room. He was probably on the very edge of it being possible to grab the star from that position.
Well, THags heading back in, gonna take care of Tower as Sax is taking care of Peach's slide. Get your guesses in chat. Oh, THags, not really sure what that movement was there. Not going up the ramp properly.
Yeah, you need a lot of lag.
Yeah.
Triple jump works at least. So, a bit unconventional here. Part of it was just a mistake. So, a lot of time lost.
Well,
but I think, you know, that can maybe get the worst of the nerves out of you, possibly.
Well, Hags has done a really, regardless of the mistakes of Whomps, did a really nice job recovering. So that'll be a nice little confidence boost, you know, not losing too much time regardless of the mistakes, while Saksdal taking care of these reds. Really nice flying, keeping it safe, missing 1 coin, so having to back it up.
Yeah. All right. You know, when I'm doing wing cap, I just say don't be stupid. You know, that can mean like trying to do some fast ending or some weird backup, especially when you've missed coins early on. Saksdal taking a nice loopy turn to land right where he needs to be. So definitely approve of this decision, and it's on to Dark World. One stage where a death is pretty rare, but will lose you a lot of time if it happens. So they gotta be, you know, weighing heavy on his mind until he gets this one done.
Well, Dark World is all about cycles and staying on it, and also avoiding major deaths, particularly around this 5, 6, 7 coin area. Really critical spots that we've seen deaths taken and just completely changing the momentum of the race. Sax doing a really nice job so far. Nice elevator movement there.
And a nice landing for THags as well. Not the best arcs, but he rolled out over the switch after landing. So saving some time there. Probably the first start he's actually been able to save time on Saksdal in the run. And Saksdal pretty early for the cycle, gonna actually cancel out a little bit. Oh, this is so scary. He went for the other platform. That almost never happens. But the reason that happened was if you try to dive and there's not enough, you know, what we call the cheese block to give you footing, you're just gonna die. And Saksdal was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait it out. So he lost about 5 seconds there. But I'm just glad he was able to survive, because when you actually have to change your movement on those moving platforms, your momentum is adjusted by the speed of the ground you're standing on. So it can be a lot more tricky to actually go where you want to go.
Sax getting a nice Bowser dance there. A little bit quicker for the throw. But you're right. You know, playing it safe sometimes in these.
Oh, a kick for
Dark World. Yeah, nice kick there.
Yeah, Poverty Shig, it can save time, but to be honest, you kind of have to make it save time by going fast. So it's a bit safer, I would say, because you can't be too early like Sax was, because you can always just jump to the diamond block. But at the same time, you do have to go for a wide turn around the 6th red coin. So the way that happened, THags had to do a longer single jump and just didn't have enough height. And if you don't pull back enough on the kick, you'll dive and, you know, obviously die. So good for him to make it out as well.
Kind of disappointed that neither of them went for firsties. Instead, decided to hit that button to move up that staircase.
Yeah.
Sax with a nice little island hop, or sky jump. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sax is gonna head out of Bob as THags heads in. And now here's the question: as far as strategy goes, I'm not particularly privy to either of these guys, but we have seen CCM17 and CCM18 used in this tournament so far. You know, confidence on Plesses kind of playing a factor here. Oh, Sax!
Missing the backup, almost saved with the nutty wall kick there. So what happens is if you miss the start by going too low like he did, you land on a slope part instead of a wall, which means you can turn around and do a butt slide into a jump. But his butt slide was actually a belly slide. But then he was able to do a wall kick after he fell off. So it was just kind of a whole I don't know, weird sequence of movement there. Didn't work out, and THags should save some time. As far as CCM17 goes, looks like Saksdal is going for CCM18. But, you know, you do have to be confident on the penguin side anyway, so you kind of have to, like, at least stick to your guns in one aspect. Say, like, I'm not going to mess up the penguin and lose a minute, or I'm not going to miss plus more than twice and lose a minute. So you just got to pick a lane and commit. Saksdal picking CCM18, definitely the easier one, but you might also want to grab a safety red before the slide because weird things can happen. We'll see if he wants to opt for that. And THags also CCM18 squad. I definitely support this decision because I'd say there's fewer things in the race more disappointing than getting your first plus and having to spend like an extra minute getting the second. So we're going to be avoiding that much at least. And Saksdal looks like he might be going for the slide skip route. Let's go. Okay, this is very new.
Yeah.
You guys probably have not seen this. You're going to grab the blue coins. And then when you go up here to race the penguin, you're actually going to be able to skip a part of the slide where the penguin's checkpoints aren't going to render you a cheater in the eyes of Mario 64. So you'll actually be able to complete it and save about a second. But it is tighter on coins, so saksdal won't be able to miss this one before the jump. But he gets it, so that's very important, and good play from him. A nice big jump here, and it does look pretty scary, but he's definitely practiced that, so I'm very excited to see that one come out of saksdal, showing that there is still innovation in this game left in 2019.
Well, I mean, this tournament, I said it before, they've been pulling out all the stops to show off everything. You know, the big thing for Saramir, we were talking about the CCM17. He, you know, a less renowned runner doing CCM17, pulling off double pluses with a lot of confidence. saksdal here showing off those blue coin hundreds for CCM, man.
Yeah, so saksdal definitely knew that he had this little shot in his pocket, wanted to whip it out here for the fans. THags going to be a bit more conventional here, grabbing the safety red so he can miss 3 on the slide. So, should be getting through this one. There is a very rare chance that the penguin falls off, but I would say that's like 1% of a percent. It happened once last season, the cartoon buffoon, but that was a pretty big shock to everybody. So I think we're out of bad karma for the next 5 years, hopefully. Yeah, he's getting the coins. Got one to miss at the end as well if he wants to.
Yeah, saksdal taking care of. Little penguin lost.
Or
really too big of a deal. He'll head on out. Oh, major bonk!
Okay, THags barely won the race there. No! Okay!
Don't take a fall!
Alright, just need to do a long jump. Maybe, okay, he's going to do the backwards kicks. With 101 coins, the long jump is a bit more precise. He's kind of lucky to be alive right now, if I gotta say. And the penguin pushing him over the finish line. At least I hope that's what happened. Okay, I can't read Japanese. But there's always an outside chance that Mario did not end up winning the race, and we'd all be in for a world of hurt. But THags able to get out there with his sanity and his dignity.
I mean, talk about a photo finish there with that penguin race. saksdal taking care. Oh, that's not a great angle there for the big boo.
All right, safe ground pounds here. He's gonna get the star anyway.
Definitely not the optimal way to take care of that balcony boo. But able to take care of it with that backup.
Yep. Alright, THags on his way to the balcony. He can save some time here. And I believe saksdal also bonked on the side flip wall kick in the lobby room. So another couple seconds, possibly. Interesting camera for THags, not cutting the angle very close. It's a bit better to do this in Mario Cam in my opinion, but it is pretty much the same inputs. Alright, nice boo fight though.
Yeah, THags showing off the optimal way to take care of that. Really clean. saksdal heading on out of BBH, gonna head into SSL.
Missing the boo kill there. You want to kind of dive into him while he's not vanished. But not going to work out. Lost about a second. Alright, we're going to have to see how Plus goes. I don't think saksdal is going to be going for Tomo Plus. I wouldn't be surprised if he knows how to do it. But I don't expect him to go for it. If he does, then I will stand corrected. But the main thing is you don't want to lose an excessive amount of time here.
Well, in SSL, you talk about excessive amount of time. SSL is exactly the place where you can lose so much time, deaths, and everything.
No, saksdal losing the bomb!
Yeah, just not getting that second jump properly. Gonna have to back this up.
So there is a kind of guide image for the quicksand areas. When the slopes going into the sand pits are facing upwards, your ground pound's going to get eaten. You have to go when it's facing downwards, so that way, or that means you have a safe zone earlier on in the pillar list approach. So, oh, we'll see if saksdal can re-grab this bomb, and he's able to get it. He's got to get this right angle, though. All right, so you can ground pound here, but he's actually waiting to go over the ridge and ground pound again. But you don't want to do it before the ridge.
Wow, simultaneous.
Wow. So THags saving a lot of time with that first try.
What a
He's
sink.
only 1 star behind now.
Beautiful sink. If you got the sinks in chat, bring them out.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know, if Sax misses again by doing Tama or something, THags could have been poised to take the lead.
Oh my gosh, look at this sink.
Pretty synced talent as well. Saksdal getting a bit of an edge here, but maybe THags same time at the ending. About the same.
No way!
Sax maybe 0.1 faster.
I mean, those long jumps were almost simultaneous.
Yeah, unfortunately the sync's gonna end there. We got to enjoy it for about 45 seconds.
Well, that's the sort of thing that you want to see as a viewer and even as a commentator. You know, this kind of exciting stuff that we've been seeing through this tournament. saksdal taking care of LLL Reds.
I'm gonna drop a hand washing sync there. You know, just kind of washing his face and stuff there. Not sad at all. Nope, nothing wrong here. Alright, so Lethal Lava Land looking okay so far. saksdal, nice wing cap. Speed kick is very important for this star. Took a bit of a lofty arc on the flight, but not gonna lose too much time.
Pretty solid movement there, not having to worry about any backup. Getting that arch triple jump. THags gonna be doing the same. Nice Mario cam.
Yeah, kind of interesting. Not really a point to that, but it worked. Ground pounding in the star, good to know where it is. And Sax going for a Kira boost. I'm a huge fan of this. It's almost as consistent as Strat could be. And a little bit of a hesitant turn at the top, but he made it to the poles and avoided the bully, so we're all good.
Well, just taking a moment to make sure that he was set up correctly. You know, you don't know. Typically, you don't know if these guys are watching or not, but if he is, he's got to know he's in the. THags!
He was too far to the right. He didn't have enough height to get around the bridge. We'll see which lava boost he goes for this time. I assume just the same long jump lava boost. This one's pretty much the same inputs as the Kira boost, but it's a bit easier. And THags, I think he's going from his like down right to up angle too quickly, where he needs to like just have a. I guess I'm misspeaking here, but he's messing up the inputs there.
Yeah, I think I know what you're trying to say. He's moving left from his positioning too early. He's moving towards the screen too quickly.
Yeah, he got the first burn too far to the right to begin with, so that also contributed.
Well, he's gonna skip lava boost altogether. Went for that easier strat. Getting bullied by the bully here.
Nice
knocking back just a little bit.
Alright, so TX was actually making up time between CCM, BBH, and SSL, but in Lethal Lava Land, saksdal is once again pulling back out farther in front by avoiding those volcano mistakes.
Nice triple ground pound on the bullies.
You know, not his best ever, but this is still like decent 49 pace, a low-ish 22. Alright, so 30 stars, he's going to be heading into Dire Docks. Lefty THags and Sax are going to be doing the same route from here on out, which means that there's going to be no guessing as to how far apart they are. That's some pretty difficult castle movement to go from the 30-star door to the basement door, but saksdal not messing up too badly. And okay bullies for THags. Got one more star to do.
Come on, Sax. Now in Triple D, gonna take care of these chests before heading over to the sub.
Yeah, chests are kind of a sleeper in 70 star. It's not like 120 where it doesn't really matter how fast you do it until you get to a certain point, as long as you're not missing chests, since the category is a bit shorter, but the star's still hard to do well. I would say it's not one of the hardest by any stretch, but like you're gonna lose a little bit of time slowly bleeding. So
Well,
not too bad for Saxdale.
well, the big thing that you gotta take care of there is, you know, that swim movement and hitting that A button consistently. You know, once you get into a rhythm, it's fine.
Yeah.
But keeping it going while also maneuvering and also that vortex, you know, knowing where that's at. Again, it's
True.
pretty simple once you get used to it, but it can be difficult to start out. THags taking a ground pound before
Yeah.
heading into Triple D.
I would say yeah, nice castle movement going from lethal loud lane to the 30-star door, but then he kind of lost any of that by, you know, ground pounding twice, so I guess not any net gain. It's still going really slow on the sub, going all the way up to the fin. Usually you'll jump from a distance so that your momentum out of the water will carry you. Lost a couple seconds on the sub. THags taking care of chests. You got to go a bit out of the way for this one. Went a bit too far, to be honest, and he ended up missing. I'm very surprised, but okay. Getting in on the second approach, like I said earlier, the vortex can affect your swimming, so that's probably what happened. But he did go a bit too far away, and Saxo has to slow down for these Manta Rings. Okay, corrected his course, and good lag reduction with the star spawn. And it's time for Fire C.
Well, Fire C, another heavy cycle area. You know, big things that you're looking for here are early Ellies.
Yep.
And we have kind of newish movement for this third red coin that helps save a little bit of time.
Yeah. Sax is definitely going for it. I know THags does as well. Alright. Lost a bit of time here, but he's still on pace for a lava boost because of the extra leniency. Alright. Getting through the elevators. Alright, cutting it close, but he's gonna make it. Might even get a brush up onto the bottom, so conserving momentum there. Not too bad. The side flips. Alright, not dying there. Shoutouts to someone. Alright. Ooh, missing the good cycle, but able to get the coin anyway. And THags, let's see this Manta. Don't want to get trolled. He knows what he's doing. Let's go.
Really nice Fire C from Sax, getting that lava boost and early Ellies. Really clean to see. THags, while he was doing his sub star, getting caught up on that back fin. Taking care of Manta. And
Fire C.
Yeah.
Alright, doing some C up to reduce lag here. You get a lot of lag in Fire C, and you don't want to be looking at things that you don't have to look at. So not lag reducing in the cage, but that's understandable. Letting the elevator go up a little bit higher so he doesn't have that much leniency for these wall kicks. So side flip is super important. Grabbing the pull. Okay. He's still on pace for it now. Coming out of the elevators, 2 long jumps and a jump dive diagonally. And Dust as well, it's going to help him a lot more as well. That was pretty close to being too late to long jump, but he's going to make the cycle anyway. Huge sigh of relief for THags, but he can't hold it. He has to hold his breath until he finishes this movement and getting burned on the 7th red coin. Oh wait, he's got to be careful. He went for the ledge grab because he knows that 2 burns will kill him. Grabbing the 8th red, he should be able to do a high wall kick and ledge grab the wall on the ceiling. Okay, he's fine. Oh, probably breaking even with Saxdale.
Need to back up that.
Yeah.
Need to back up that movement up to the last red coin. Or excuse me, up to the star. THags heading into Bowser's fight and Fire C finally. Sax having to scurry on over to get that Skeeter.
Not good RNG. So he's already missed his safety coin. Could be a problem, but he does have a backup box if it gets to be. Slow spin for THags. Definitely not trying to miss the second throw. Alright. So with Jar 100, a star that you can lose a good bit of time to without making any big mistakes. Saksdal, pretty good other than the blue coin area. Nice movement there to get a quick movement to the Chuckya. Now this is a bit RNG heavy, so he threw him toward the middle to avoid any reliance on luck. And a roll out here will protect you from fall damage, letting you get the last 5 coins in the row. And I would say that's pretty decent for Saksdal. He'll be happy with that. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see THags make up time.
Right. 100 coins on Saksdale's side was just so clean. Other than slight movement and maybe RNG here and there, there's not really much that THags can do. Going for the double.
Oh my god, THags, he's done the double! Are you kidding me? Legend! He asked me to pop off if he got that, so...
Obligatory pop off. Yeah, that double, just getting both those sets of 2 boxes.
Unbelievably precise movement. You only see this from the absolute world record holders and occasionally anyone else.
Well, it's interesting that you won't see runners do it too often. It's almost like a meme movement, if you will.
It's a bit of gravy. It can save time if the RNGs are good, but it's not really something that is a time save in and of itself. If you punch the boxes individually, you have to spend a little bit more time breaking them, but the coins will usually be easier to collect. So it's a bit of a trade-off.
THags doing what he could there without 100 coins. Kind of match Saksdal. Both having really clean 100s.
Oh, going for the... Okay, I thought he was going to go for draw's kick, as I sometimes call it. But just going for a stationary triple jump. There's a nice camera you can do if you see right entering the stage, then do a Mario cam, see down, see left, you'll get the nice camera angle to hold straight up. THags going for a bit of a slow strat here, but it's worked out. Alright, so he gets for Saksdal actually having to go over the Goomba. That's pretty technical. And 2 wall kicks going off of the impossibly thin plank in the tiny island. Single jumping over the fourth secret to nab it and getting the mountain clip to finish it off. I cannot believe that he backed it up as well as he did.
Well, that's been Saksdal so far, and THags as well. I mean, just they've made mistakes, but the way that they back them up is exactly what you want to be doing in a race situation. Reducing the amount of time that these mistakes take and knowing what the backup is before the mistake even happens.
Yeah. It's huge, especially in a qualifier where every race completely matters, because points are going to be integral for a win-loss tie, but also just you really want to get 2 wins to advance.
Well, you can really see just how much these guys want it. Putting in that time effort
really good in the mid game.
Oh yeah.
From Whomps, he's just kind of been leveling out, finding his consistent speed. Not 5th gear, but maybe a 3rd gear that's comfortable. And Sax reverse piranhas. So Saksdal still playing pretty well, but THags has probably been catching up a little bit.
Like I said, he's doing everything that he can, really, but
yeah, nice
Saksdal not budging, not giving an inch. Like that, Saksdal's done with THI. We'll head into TTM. These guys are about a THI apart. Sax going for this mountain clip.
Oh, TX needs to stay on the mountain. He's good. Saxdal, like you said, he's struggling with mountain clip. Oh, he's gonna slide down.
Yeah, it was interesting.
And missing the triple jump on the second time. This is already over 10 seconds and not getting a triple jump.
Oh, and
wow,
he's having
already a significant mistake in TTM.
Yeah, having to kick his way up there, and it looked like he got kind of an interesting kick off the log. Might have been a firstie because he kind of just shucked himself off the log. So that was the first kind of mistake. You know, that muscle memory, if you're so used to a certain way of doing a star and you mess up in a certain way, or if it doesn't line up, saksdal having trouble with that. Bomb clip's going to back it up here, looking like he's going for reds. But if you're so used to the muscle memory, and even if you get a cleaner mistake, it'll mess up sometimes the rest of the star.
Yeah, exactly. And saksdal, trying to get through these red coins, he did manage to not die, which is, I would say, the #1 priority. But the mushrooms were really slow and could not get a good coin raise either. So THags only now entering TTM, but 2 stars behind and with a good bit of time to save if he can do it. So all eyes on him right now, getting the first mountain clip. We'll see if he goes for the log wall kick. Yes, he does. Alright. Alright, saving a lot of time by not missing the triple jump in the way saksdal did. And nice instant ledge grab. saksdal also had to do a second wall kick. So to grab the ledge here, you kind of need a pretty high wall kick. Oh, saksdal! Okay. Almost falling down again.
Yeah, weird.
So, a lot of mistakes in TTM.
Yeah, weird kick there. Just looked, he was a little left, and he was able to do it the second time, but he was just a little too far to the left there, missing that top ledge. THags heading back up the top as well. Gonna have to do some kicks as well.
Still fine. Alright, getting 45 before saksdal gets 47. We're less than a minute apart. Well, about a minute. Reds is a bit longer.
Yeah, but THags definitely making up some significant time here in TTM.
THags, I know he actually put a lot of time into spreadsheet grinding this star. He's going for the no speed kick. Okay. So, playing it safe, sometimes when you try to do a star really fast, your consistency gets shredded. I know this has happened to me before, but THags looking to be pretty...
Oh no!
Oh no, this is really bad. Can he save it? Yes!
Wow!
That was so close. When you fall off the top right there, you kind of just want to keep holding forward. Otherwise, you could fall in the gap between the mushroom and the land. So, the way THags held back is he had to jump at maybe like a 3-frame window to save himself. So that was very close. Because he was trying to hold back and land on the like little canopy, but it did not work. Snowman's head not clean either. It's kind of been going downhill. You know, I would say he was playing pretty well. Not perfect, but pretty well until TTM. And maybe this is kind of, not, you know, hit him down a couple levels. Really fast stars in Snowman's Land, by the way. So, stars in TTM you have a few like 20-second ones and a few like 10-second ones. Snowman's Land, you have a 5-second star in Deep Freeze. This one's kind of 14-ish. You have Snowman's Head 10, Chill with the Bully 12. So, like, obviously if you do it well. So, THags still a minute behind, not even perhaps. This is definitely within the realm of possibility in Tippy, and anything can happen once we get there. The hardest part of the run, by far, and pretty much no room to breathe. What? Why'd you do that? I think he re-entered TTM, actually. That's what happened.
Yeah.
He decided that instead of exiting course, he'd just die.
Well, if he exited the course, it would bring him all the way down to the lobby.
It's not that much castle movement, but maybe a bit faster to die. It doesn't really matter. He probably shouldn't have entered TTM in the first place. Oh, not getting enough height on the double jump. Alright, this is a good backup decision.
Starting to see a couple of mistakes here on THags side. Saks making several mistakes in TTM. But looking clean so far here in SL on Saks' side.
Alright, down to Hazy Maze Cave. I'd say the least difficult stage left in the run, but it's not free. I think some of the stuff can be deceptively difficult, like getting the switch press in what we call Christmas Miracle is not always a given. But I'd say in general, someone at Saksdale's level should be pretty comfortable with everything in this stage.
Well, and that triple box jump isn't free. You know, we see guys, see runners get it all the time, and it's almost seems free, but every now and then you see a runner just struggle with it. HMC is kind of that early start to Tippy.
Yep.
And of course, you got boulder RNG. Those boulders just seem to come right after you sometimes.
Yep, box jump. Overshooting it. So like I said, this can cause some sweat and not enough speed to get the triple jump. Even when you land on it, you have to have enough speed. This is like 4th try box.
Wow.
So losing over 10 seconds here just to get that triple jump. So not great for Saksdale. Probably just, you know, glad he didn't have to do a backup star and leave it for next time. But that's definitely an opportunity for THags. Alright, coming in now. He's definitely less than a minute behind. Oh wait, actually I don't know. I'll have to check when we go up to Tippy.
THags holding the bunny inside the wall there. Just right up against that corner, making the bunny be inside the...
Oh, bonk.
The bonk on the door.
Alright, 2 easy ones for Saksdale, and then it's crunch time. The last 2 stages, TikTok Clock and Rainbow Ride, and then Bowser in the Sky to wrap up the first race of Group B.
Christmas Miracle, really nice.
Santa emotes coming out, most likely. Santa and then Liam Key Milk. I didn't realize what it was, because I'm blind apparently, but it's a really good emote.
What's that?
The milk emote.
Most of the emotes are so small for me. I must have like the worst eyes on the face of the earth, because it took me forever to figure out most of the emotes on here.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be milk?
Bad boulders. No, we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Apparently simply browses in 125% magnification at all times.
Simply me
Very
in grandpa phase.
I thought it was only his hands that were bad.
All Saks heading upstairs. Really where the rubber meets the road, Tippy. TTC and Rainbow Ride.
Alright, entering the door at a 42.09. Let's see when THags makes it up there. Alright, lack 2 bounce. Let's see what he's got. There are a few different strats you can go for. Alright, he's going to the right here. And he's doing the normal side flip. So, the tried and true of SM64 for several years. Okay, pretty safe pull dismount here. He's going for the wall kicks though. This is not a good angle, and he recognizes this in time to ledge grab. But he's going to grab that star and put that in the past. So, oh, THags bad boulder. Good stuff from Saksdale. A lot of awareness from where he's standing and what he can and can't do. Some people will be on the verge of being able to get something and just kind of go for it, hoping that they'll be able to make it happen. Saksdale is like cautious enough to cut it off before he gets to that point. So really good props to him throughout this race. And THags coming up to Tippy now.
Oh! Sax nearly taking in a death there. Getting bonked there on the tricky triangle. Nearly able to avoid it though.
Yep. Actually looks like it's a minute 20 lead. 43-29. THags.
Well, and the big thing to know, so the reason why time is so important, we talked about it earlier, is points. THags, depending on, you know, if
this actually bounce is so sketchy. Oh,
he misses it.
That was not going to work in any universe, but there was a shadow of a chance. And Lane's coming out with a certain emote. No lack 2. And it's just not like lack 2 bounce.
Yeah, so the big reason why time is so important here is points are on the board, and depending on, you know, if these guys were to, you know, finish as they are right now, THags would get some points because there's a 5-minute grace for points. Sax doing a really nice job.
Yep, let's see this lack 2 bounce second try. And lack 2 bounce coming right up there to greet him. A nice big comfy bounce and a high pull grab for THags. Oh, low pull grab on the second one. But I think he'll be decently satisfied with that outcome. So, saksdal already in TikTok clock. Doing Toad early, I would say it's actually better for RTA. It is technically faster to do Toad after, but the movement is very difficult to save time with. So TDC 100, we're going to interrupt your regularly scheduled programming for a bit of intense TikTok clock. There's THags dying in the meantime, while all our attention is drawn away. This has to be a good backup, and saksdal able to get the wall kick up in the ledge grab, so not the best start. Another amp to cost him out like 2 seconds. THags doing the very advanced tricky triangles wall kick. He's pretty decent at it, but he did miss it the first time, so it did not end up saving time.
Yeah,
here's where it really gets difficult in TikTok clock.
Yeah, this is the area right here. 70 to 100 coins is really difficult, especially with these invisible walls. These guys know typically where. Oh, right there! There's the wall that I was just talking about.
All right, he might want to go around. Okay, he's confident enough in his back up there. You don't have a lot of space to do that triple jump, so you're entirely forgiven if you want to do like a side to ledge grab. If you want to go to the right, saksdal getting the job done. And while the rest of the run is very difficult still, I think that's the largest hurdle remaining to him, and he might just be able to play consistent, you know, not try anything too crazy, and be relatively confident in the win if he can do that.
Well, I was saying about these invisible walls, these guys typically know where they're at and know how to avoid them, but right as I was saying it, saksdal getting nailed by an invisible wall, able to back it up though really nicely. Good movement up these rotating platforms. THags going to opt to do 100 coins later. And Sax.
Oh my god, Sax. That's the death. Opportunity knocks. And THags getting knocked by the pendulum. Getting clocked. And bonked. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that pendulum, you gotta be careful of that position. And knowing how to get up there at the proper time. Sax showing off how to do it.
Yeah. Alright. Yep, Sax, good stuff on that one. THags gotta clean it up here. It's getting to the end game. And while I don't think he's too worried about the outcome, you know, he definitely wants to just have a good showing here. Not lose a bunch in the late game and forfeit a bunch of points. saksdal taking it safe here as well. All he needs to do, getting rolled in the cage. Pretty nice. See THags, same thing. Oh, getting the bonk there. His door knocked, his clock clocked, his bell rung. I don't know. His mental space is being invaded.
We need more adjectives.
Okay, interesting backup. Oh, is that gonna work? Save!
Oh,
Yes!
wow. Really nice
Wow.
save there.
That was some Nathan Drake ledge grab.
That was a long, long jump.
That's kind of... That's when you... Oh, Sax moving red! Let's see this! Clip of the century, no. And the bomb almost pushed him off. That would have been the clip of the century in a different way. But it might not happen. Saksdal definitely knows how to do ordinary moving reds as a backup. Oh, he's actually able to save it! He's got to get this one up top, though, and the pendulums just keep on battering him around. He can't find his footing.
Well, this is exactly what THags wants, and he's going for his 100s right now. So if...
Oh, it's Tax!
If Sax continues to have this problem, THags... Oh, it's Sax just deciding to take a death altogether. THags getting stuck under the pendulum. Oh, it falls!
A bonk! Actually, I don't even think that's actually a bonk. That just means you landed, like, on the very middle of the vertex between the fence and where you can actually wall kick. You just can't wall kick on that pixel, which is really stupid. It can happen a lot in ditch triple jump wall kick as well, and is quite a trigger. So THags has to make it back up.
Sax confirming in chat he did not intentionally take a death.
Oh.
But working out in his favor to a certain degree anyway. But to recap, with all that excitement...
Oh, THags!
Oh no, why the dive?
See, you can side flip there and ledge grab the best. Oh no, another death! But luckily there's something to save him every time. I don't know.
Jeez.
His guardian angel is watching over him right now, but is getting kind of tired of doing all the heavy lifting and just wants Mario to freaking get up the clock, my dude. It's been a long struggle. He's able to do it in the end. Alright, so a lot of times if you get your bell rung, so to speak, that's not going to work. That'll work. Nice backup for THags. So a lot of times if you take a bunk in TDC 100, you're just going to fall down and there won't be anything to catch you. So like you can be up to the top like 45 seconds into the star and lose all your progress, have to start out from the very beginning. THags kind of going by the skin of his teeth, but was able to actually fortunately land on something, so he didn't have to actually redo the star. THags went for some fast moving bars here with a first D and a side flip. He's definitely practiced this one. Losing a little bit of speed here. Okay, now we gotta look at Saksdal though. This is pretty much for the win right now. Triple jump wall kick, moving a stationary left side. He's got it.
Oh, it takes a little bit of a booty burn though. After getting a ground pound, you gotta hit Z before A. Yeah, trying to do it fast, sometimes simultaneously doing it gets you a ground pound instead.
Yeah, he's definitely playing it safely. He really is very aware of what he needs and, you know, what is a good idea from like an outside perspective. His ego's not getting in the way of his gameplay, which I think really a good sign for a runner in races especially. First throw good. Let's see these spins. Yeah, pretty fast. I was talking with Simply earlier, he kind of holds the Hori by like the margins with his fingertips. He can just kind of like flex his hand, doing those one spins to just completely wreck Bowser and wrap up below 52.
Yeah, three really nice throws. 3 really nice throws there for Sax. THags taking a bonk before getting into bits. Now, THags needs a really clean bits here to get some points. 52-20. Again, he's got 5 minutes, so he definitely has the ability to get points here. But it's all going to be about how quickly he can finish this.
Yep, he's on pace to get a 53 and be like within a minute and a half of Saksdal, which would be pretty good. He'll be able to get like 20 or so of the 30 points. But he's got to get up here and hit these throws. THags has a 51-47.
THags pulling out a la Wilco there.
Yeah.
blocks.
Creator poll. Alright, barely on 53 pace. He said 53 was like, he'd be alright with that. You know, just didn't want to like kind of be looking embarrassing or something like that. But, you know, this isn't too bad, I suppose. A lot of stuff should be improved. But like for first race, saksdal put on a decent show. THags did come to play though. Second throw good. One more throw to get 53. And let's see if we can do it. And that's going to be like a 54 flat. So we'll have to check the timing, but I think they're both using Sano's auto splitter. So I think he'll be getting, or that'll be like a 1 minute 19 second. Wait, sorry. All right, barely missing the 10-second threshold there. So that looks like he's gonna get 17 points. Actually, I don't even know what I'm. 19.
Yeah, chat debating 19, 20 points maybe. But we'll see if we can get these guys into chat for interviews.
Hello, THags.
Yeah, what's up, Adronis?
How do you think that race went?
It started rough, and then I played okay for a while, and then Lava Beast tripped me up. I knew that was gonna be an issue right before I started. I couldn't really hit it that well.
Yeah.
But other than that, I went into TTM by accident after I got all the stars. Died in Rainbow Ride. I played pretty solid after that.
Yeah.
TTC was kind of rough. I fell down a lot, but I didn't die. So.
Well, we were saying that TTC, it seemed like you had a guardian angel watching over you during that 100.
Yeah, man. There's like platforms everywhere. There was just catching me, so that was cool. Good thing I didn't die there.
Yeah.
Well,
Sucks you couldn't get the 53, but what can you do?
Yeah, I'm okay with a 54 with a 730 Whomps 9.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be way worse than that after that start.
Well, you know, going into this, what was kind of your expectation going into this tournament?
Well, I've never been in a GSA tournament, so I wanted to do that. It was a new experience for me. I was kind of nervous, but I settled in after Whomps, I think. And then, I don't know, I really would like to advance. I don't know what my chances are of that, but we'll see. Just kind of look competent out there is my main goal.
Well, my last question for you, you know, we talked about TTC and how, you know, you had a bunch of platforms that saved you, but what we saw on both sides of the screen really was a lot of really nice saves, backing up mistakes left and right. What have you done to prepare for these kind of situations coming into this tournament?
Yeah, I had a lot of saves this run, actually. It was a pretty nerve-wracking run. I don't know. When I practice, I usually do XCam. I'm like an XCam grinder usually. So if I mess up a star, I usually reset the level, which is not good for backups. But recently I've been trying to finish as many stars as possible during practice to improve consistency. I'm not a very consistent runner, trying to get there.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just some of it was luck. And then like TTM, for example, I should have died rolling out past the red coin on reds, but I held back quick enough. I thought quick enough, so.
All right. Well, I think that's all we've got here. Saksdal's not going to do an interview. I don't think he's really ever makes an appearance on the mic. But, you know, shout outs to Saksdal. Congrats on the win. We do have an episode of The Rundown coming up. So I think we might just head it over to a break and get on with the last event of the evening. So if you want to just chill out, grab some popcorn, stick around, and I'll be there. See you later. Next time. Peace.
Later, guys.